Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, Belfast police investigate a shooting that killed a local high school student.
Plus, big concerns for lobstermen who may be forced to throw more lobsters back into the ocean.
And we'll hear how artificial intelligence is already changing the way some Maine students do their homework. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Happy Friday to everyone out there. Getting ready for another weekend, and so far it looks like the weather's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see some clouds, but we'll also see some sunshine too. And the good news is the temperatures will be warm. No big snowstorms coming.
Yeah.
So
whether you're going to the Eastern Maine Sportsman Show in Orono or plan some outdoor activities, either way, I think the weather is all aligning so that you can do all those things.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with a full forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. All right, here we go. The radar and satellite is nice and quiet out there. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, which means a lot of sunshine as well. No advisories in effect, so it's going to be a pretty nice day out there overall. Our area rotations moving on towards the north and east of that area, low pressure. So the steering mechanisms are changing. We're going to be watching for a little bit of snow that will be moving in. Not till Tuesday, though. Through the weekend, we're good. This right here is going to be passing by to our south, and it will be leaving us alone. So futurecast moving forward for today, a partly cloudy sky overall. Maybe more clouds on the way later on tonight, and as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. And a little bit of wind as well, nothing too ridiculous, mainly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the winds will be relaxed as we do move forward, but increasing a bit as we head towards Saturday afternoon. Your forecast for today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky, and that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, middle 20s, mostly cloudy, more clouds moving in. Northwest wind at about 5 to 15 miles per hour or so. And for tomorrow, upper 30s, maybe some lower 40s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind gusting up again to about 20 miles per hour. And our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Belfast police are investigating a deadly shooting involving a local teenager. They were called to a home on the Marsh Road early Thursday morning after a young man was shot. He was later airlifted to Northern Lights Eastern Maine Medical Center, where he passed away. According to the Republican Journal, the victim's name and age have not been released. Police have also not said what they think happened there. They do say there's no danger to the public, and the investigation into that shooting in Belfast is still underway.
A fast-spreading fire destroyed multiple homes on North Pond in Smithfield Thursday afternoon. Take a look at these pictures that came to us by former firefighter Pete Pelletier. Pelletier tells us that 3 cabins are considered total losses. Windy conditions caused the flames to spread quickly, forcing firefighters to take a defensive approach to save other camps close by. At least 10 departments responded to the mutual aid call on Yvonne Lane, which is off North Shore Drive in Smithfield.
Maine communities are mourning the loss of a beloved public official. Our David Ledford with that story.
From the police department to the fire department to the ambulance, I've spoken with all of them, and they're pretty upset. You know, it was a shock.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office notified the public Wednesday of the passing of Penobscot County Jail Administrator Captain Nick Hardwick. Some of those who knew him best say that Hardwick impacted both the Southwest Harbor and Greater Bangor communities throughout his career and personal life.
The way I feel is I feel a big loss, and a person like Nick is hard to replace. He's done tremendous work for us.
In a statement from the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Troy Morton and Chief Deputy John Knapp looked back on Hardwick's life of service. Captain Hardwick's infectious laugh and caring personality had a tremendous impact on those he worked with, the inmate population, and the citizens he encountered. While Nick's commitment to his service was important, nothing compared to the love he shared for his family. Above all, Hardwick's friends say that he spread joy to those around him, including his loving family.
He was definitely a family man, loved his wife and his children. As a matter of fact, they were on vacation when he passed with the family, so it's really a sad thing.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office asks that everyone be respectful of the family's privacy during this time. In Southwest Harbor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The man who allegedly robbed the Goodwill store in Waterville last fall has been arrested. Waterville's interim police chief, William Bonney, says officers searched the home of Kevin Barr and arrested him on Wednesday. At the time of his arrest, police say Barr was in possession of fentanyl powder. The Goodwill store, located in the concourse in Waterville, was robbed in November by an armed man who fled on foot. Bonney says evidence was collected and Kevin Barr became a suspect in the case. Barr's arraignment is scheduled for May 8th. His bail is set at $10,000 cash.
A crash on Route 1A sent one man to the hospital yesterday morning. According to Holden Police Detective Sergeant Andrew Whitehouse, Holden Police responded to a two-vehicle crash on Route 1A around 10 a.m. Thursday morning. Both drivers in the crash sustained minor injuries, but only one of them was sent to the hospital for further screening. Whitehouse says Holden Police received multiple erratic driving complaints about one of those vehicles shortly before the crash.
The suspect vehicle was all over the road, traveling down the center lane, and then shortly after that we got the report of the crash.
Both vehicles were towed away from the scene. Whitehouse says Holden Police suspect that impaired driving may have been a factor in that crash.
On the heels of a record low catch last year and controversy surrounding rules meant to protect right whales, Maine lobstermen and women may now be facing still more new challenges. New size standards have been proposed that would govern what lobsters they keep and how many they have to throw back. And it looks like they'd be throwing back even more than what they do now. Lobstermen and women made their voices heard at a public hearing last night in Ellsworth regarding the proposed changes. The Department of Marine Resources, along with the Atlantic State Marine Fisheries Commission, have expressed concerns over the population of reproducing lobsters in both the Gulf of Maine and Georges Bank, which they say is declining. They want to raise the minimum size of lobsters that can be kept, meaning they'd be throwing back even more smaller lobsters. They'd also want to lower the maximum size of lobsters allowed to be caught and kept. Lobstermen and women disagree with their data and say that once again, they're being unfairly targeted.
My other, concern with any plan like this is equity with Canada and equity with the other states when it comes to the V-notch in particular. Regardless of size, the V-notch should be across the board. We're going through all these whale management rules. We're at risk of being completely put out of business by the environmentalists in this country. Meanwhile, Canada doesn't have any of the same regulations, and this plan is just another example of us regulating our fishermen out of business to the benefit of the Canadians.
Yeah. So we have other areas, other lobster management areas that don't have a maximum gauge. We have areas like the gray zone where Canada and Maine fish together on the same piece of bottom, and we throw a product over that the Canadians are allowed to keep. And we're having discussions about trying to bring in product from Canada that Maine fishermen would then not be able to catch and allow processors to process that product in Maine. That's a big inequity for fishermen.
But I've been doing this, and I want my kids to be able to do this. This is what upsets me. And it's going downhill. Downhill. I mean, this has been a good chance to make a good, honest living, and no one cares.
The Department of Marine Resources and the Fisheries Commission are considering multiple approaches. They include maintaining the current status quo for a period of time, a trigger approach where new standards would be established, but they'd only be implemented if the population reached a certain threshold, as well as a gradual time-based implementation. Public comment can be submitted up until March 31st. Final decisions are expected sometime in May.
Retired government lab animals could get a second chance at a new life. A bill sponsored by Senator Susan Collins and Gary Peters of Michigan would connect them with loving homes. The Animal Freedom from Testing, Experimentation, and Research Act would ensure that every federal agency that uses animals for research has policies in place to facilitate relocating retired, healthy animals to private homes, animal rescues, or reputable sanctuaries. The bill provides flexibility for each agency to develop its own policy with the goal of ensuring that such animals are retired and not killed whenever possible.
The time is now 8:09. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, students in Ellsworth are learning important skills that will help them throughout their lives, receiving expert advice on how to budget their money.
But first, another check of your forecast. Partly cloudy skies today with a high near 41 degrees. We can expect mostly cloudy conditions overnight, with lows down in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, a decent day. It will be cloudy, though, and breezy, with highs near 39.
The FlexSteel Spring Semi-Annual Sale is in full bloom with fresh savings on fabric and leather reclining and stationery furniture, tables, beds, desks, dressers, and more. Furniture that comforts, furniture that endures, all with a blue steel spring at its core. FlexSteel, designed for living, built for life. Save big today during FlexSteel Spring Semi-Annual Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, open 7 days a week. Route 1A Holden.
Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
This is where racer meets machine. What an unbelievable drag race. These warriors ride on the edge of glory and the edge of devastation. This is the NHRA.
NHRA Gator Nationals, Sunday at noon Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. A Maine school system has decided to keep certain books in its library, despite some parents' disapproval. After a heated debate, the RSU 24 Board of Directors voted this week to keep 2 books in their Charles M. Sumner Learning Campus Library. The books Gender Queer, a Memoir, and Queer, the Ultimate Guide for LGBTQ Teens have drawn criticism for sexual content. One board member shared his explanation for that decision.
To me, the value of these works to the LGBTQ community in our schools and those that wish to better understand the struggles of that community outweighs that potential negative impact of the controversial sections.
After public comment focused on whether the books were appropriate for middle schoolers, the board members ultimately decided to keep both books in the high school section of the library. Members stressed that the library content is not part of the curriculum, but an option for readers to supplement their learning.
Community members were invited to participate in a public community workshop for the past 2 days to discuss how to revitalize Bangor through outdoor recreation. This comes after the city was selected last spring to receive financial assistance through the Recreation Economy for Rural Communities program. State, federal, and local organizations came together at Husson University's Alfond Hall to develop an action plan on how to improve, connect, and promote outdoor recreation in Bangor. Senior planner Amanda Ponce, who was hired by the city to help facilitate the workshop, says she's happy to be working with the Bangor community.
This is an amazing community, and we've been able to see all the amazing assets that exist around here, and I think Bangor is in a really unique position to be able to leverage all of those assets for economic revitalization and quality of life, and really is trying to attract more people to come and live and work and visit Bangor in the coming years.
Ponce and Lauren Coombs, Senior Policy Analyst for the EPA Office of Community Revitalization, say participants thought of unique ideas, including trail connections, more signage, and a boat launch area.
More than 300 high school students from the greater Ellsworth area learned how to come up with a budget plan with a little bit of fun. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
They say money rules the world, but in order to gain wealth, you need to learn how to save what you earn. That's what high school students in the Ellsworth region did Thursday during the Maine Credit Union League's Financial Fitness Fair at Hancock County Technical Center. Students were asked to pick a career path with an estimated monthly income, making decisions on expenses they'll see after graduation.
To see our students have this opportunity to work on real life skills, things that they're going to have to know how to do when there's really no playbook for this, just kind of neat to be able to see that.
Students were given a budget sheet where they had to budget for transportation, food, and housing while staying in the green financially.
By the end of the Financial Fitness Fair, students took the time to see whether they were above or below budget, but it's the lessons that they learned from this that made this experience worthwhile.
It's been very eye-opening. A lot of kids nowadays don't understand how important it is to know how to live the real world, because it's definitely not easy. As an 18-year-old, it's been very hard because I got my first credit card, and this was actually super helpful with understanding how to start budgeting myself.
Maine Credit Union League's Financial Literacy Outreach Coordinator Jake Holmes says this experience has helped more than 70,000 Maine students plan for their futures since 2004.
That's that critical thinking. They have to go back and maybe they end up choosing that used compact car instead. The wheels are turning. It's just an insightful, educational, and even fun experience for the students.
In Ellsworth, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
I love that. I mean, that's the kind of skill that they're going to use all their lives, and I don't think there's enough focus on that kind of thing today. Back when I was in school, we had like home ec where they teach you how to do things around the house, how to cook meals and whatever. Shop class, which I've been very beneficial to me, and there's starting to be a kind of a trend to maybe get back towards some of those programs.
I know, absolutely. I think a lot of people would agree with you, and I think a lot of people think programs like this should be required in high schools. So that's awesome. I love to see it.
They taught us how to balance our checkbook. I don't even know if they do that anymore.
No, they don't.
But,
Yep, I know.
I think I forgot how to do it, but...
Yes, I never learned. Never learned. Well, the time now is 8:17. After the break, we'll hear about how artificial intelligence is making it easier for students to not do their homework.
We'll have that story and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Believe it or not, there is something better than winning an award for best brand and dependability. Being behind the wheel. Kia, movement that inspires.
And remember, no line safe to touch, ever.
For years I've warned you that no power lines were safe to touch ever. But the politicians behind Pine Tree Power weren't listening. They want a government takeover of our power grid. And with a cost of $13.5 billion, we're going to be on the hook for that. It could mean higher taxes or cuts to critical services we use every day. Pine Tree Power is a risk Mainers can't afford, ever.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Believe it or not, there is something better than winning an award for best brand and dependability. Being behind the wheel. Kia, movement that inspires.
Gone are are the days of staying up late to finish homework, as students are now turning to artificial intelligence to help them complete their assignments. With the use of machine learning and natural language processing, students can now input their homework questions and receive immediate answers. Devin Dagnall met with experts to learn how generating AI is changing education.
Robots that can do your homework for you. It sounds like something straight out of the Jetsons, but with generative AI like ChatGPT, it's a new reality, and educators are taking notice.
The way we've thought about how to teach students has often depended on what technology was out there. After we had search engines could find facts, it was more about like, well, how do we write up those facts and present them? But AI like ChatGPT makes the presentation really easy. You can spit out a term paper in a matter of seconds.
I've got ChatGPT pulled up just to show how easy it is to use it and how diverse the applications are. So, for example, let's put in 100-second news story, broadcast script about students using AI to do homework. And if viewers at home were paying close attention, they would notice that our anchor unknowingly used a script written by an AI to introduce the story.
What is most alarming is the fact that experts say there isn't a good way for educators to know if their students are using generative AI like ChatGPT for their work.
Thinking like, how can I ban this or how can I detect AI? That's not going to work, because the very nature of these learning technologies is that they adapt to whatever test you give them. So as you make a better detector, the AI uses that to make a better AI.
According to new media educator John Ippolito, the best solution for educators to prevent their students from abusing AI on assignments is to change the assignments themselves.
So there's a lot of ways that you could change your syllabi to adapt to these new applications. One would be to sort of make sure that you do things that only students can do, only humans can do. So for example, reacting to something that just happened in class or something that's local to your own community.
Ippolito and a team of instructors at the University of Maine have put together a program to help other educators innovate their lessons to avoid problems with AI. To learn more, visit learnwithai.org. In Orono, Devin Dagnall, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Very interesting. We're still very early in the whole development of AI too, so it makes you wonder where we're headed.
One of those things that could change everything.
Yeah, a lot of cheating going on.
I know.
Yeah.
It seems like it. The time now is 8:21.
Let's get a full look at that weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast sponsored by the Mortrude team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Here we go. Wave heights are a little active this morning at around 3 to 7 feet, according towards some of the buoys. We're calm over the Maine area, though, so that is why there's no advisories in effect along our coastline. So we're looking pretty good as we do move forward. And on land, we're pretty quiet out there with hardly a few clouds moving over us. For now, we may have to watch for more clouds that will be developing as the day progresses on. But looking pretty good as we do start things off. The steering mechanism is changing as this thing right here is tracking off towards the north and east. So low pressure is moving away. We're calming down. We're watching this area, low pressure right here, that is developing across a good part of the U.S. It's actually going to miss us to the south. We will not see any precipitation out of this, but we will see some clouds before we're all finished up. So we will be mostly cloudy as we head through the weekend. But today will be fine under a partly cloudy sky in general, so a mixture of clouds and sun will then become mostly cloudy later on tonight. And the clouds will be sticking around as we head towards your Saturday as well. So unfortunately, not a lot of sunshine, maybe a few peaks a bit, but nothing too ridiculous weather-wise as we do move forward, but a few clouds again as we head towards early Sunday morning. So we look ahead towards the next week because that's when our next system looks to move in. That will give us some issues with snow and rain possible with a stronger area low pressure that looks to move in during the day for you Tuesday. So we have time to track this though, but Monday night to Tuesday morning and beyond could be a little bit tricky with the system that will be moving in. Our average high is 38 degrees. We'll reach for the lower 40s today, upper 30s for you Saturday, lower to middle 40s again Sunday into Monday, back in the upper 30s Tuesday and upper 30s again Wednesday and also into your Thursday. And here's that reminder, Sunday morning, so you have a few days to go. Yet Sunday morning, you need to turn your clocks ahead as 2 a.m. will become 3 a.m. So here we go. We'll get into that time again. We'll have to spring forward, though. So the daylight was shifted in the evening, but unfortunately, we'll lose an hour of sleep in that process. So your forecast for today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky. The north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, middle 20s, mostly cloudy with that northwest wind at about 15 miles per hour or so. By tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. It'll be mostly sunny on Sunday with highs in the mid-40s, lower 40s again on Monday with a mostly cloudy sky. Rain and snow showers again for you Tuesday, highs in the upper 30s.
Buying a home is a big family experience. It is our dream home. Credit union is more like a partner, whether it's your home or whether it's in business. You get mommy? They're local, they're small, they want to take care of their customers just as much as they can. Pretty good feeling to have your local credit union backing you up.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, as long as we're imagining.
Give it up for your radio fishing champion!
Me? Oh, come on.
Right now, you could save up to $1,000 with affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive RAV4. And every RAV4 comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. Precise measuring means the perfect fit. The Bathfitter tub-over-tub process means no mess or stress. A custom-made tub and seamless wall mean a watertight fit. Premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
The support of my credit union, starting the business, the banking advice that you need, when you can call them and they're there for you, that's tremendous. It's really an exciting time, and my credit union made that possible.
At least 8 people are dead following a mass shooting in Hamburg, Germany. Officials say at least one gunman opened fire in a building used as a Jehovah's Witness church. They discovered that multiple people had been shot and there were several people left injured. A suspected gunman was also found dead on the 2nd floor of the building, and police are now investigating to see if anyone else was involved in that deadly shooting.
A new emergency has been declared in parts of California as residents brace for what could be a historic flooding event. Parts of the state have been digging out from a series of storms that left several feet of snow and left residents stranded. Now a major storm has moved into the area, bringing heavy rain and powerful winds. The storm has already triggered mudslides and forced road closures. Officials are also expecting up to 8 feet of additional snow in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Many residents are also rushing to remove snow and from their roofs, fearing the added water from the rain will cause them to collapse. The big concern now is the added rain and snow could cause widespread flooding.
Well, China and the threat the government poses is again in the spotlight on Capitol Hill. This as the Senate is getting ready for a vote on a bill giving the president the power to do away with a popular social media app. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
In brief, the CCP represents both the leading and most consequential threat.
The Chinese Communist Party is the top threat to the United States, according to the Director of National Intelligence.
The People's Republic of China, which is increasingly challenging the United States economically, technologically, politically, and militarily around the world, remains our unparalleled priority.
But many Republicans say the White House is not doing enough to combat China and stop it from undermining America.
The Biden administration allowed a balloon to fly over our country for 5 days.
The FBI director says among the threats is the popular social media app TikTok and its Chinese-owned parent company ByteDance. A newly introduced Restrict Act would give the administration the power to ban transactions with foreign adversaries. In short, the president could ban TikTok in the United States.
The threat to kids these days, there is a very dark side to social media and to the digital age, and I think we have to be vigilant about that.
While this bill has bipartisan support on Capitol Hill, not everyone thinks this kind of power should be given to the president.
Ban is a really powerful word. That's the word that we hear in authoritarian regimes, and this legislation hands new powers over to the White House.
As for the Chinese spy balloons, some senators say they have a number of unanswered questions and want the defense secretary to fill them in. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
When we return, we'll have the community calendar chock full of events going on today and tomorrow.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
When it comes to winter footwear, warmth, waterproof, and safety matter most. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport and discover the latest in winter boot technology. We've got boots rated from -60 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit to keep your feet warm in any weather. Check out the new materials guaranteed to keep your feet dry. Relieve the anxiety of slipping and falling this winter with the new Navitech with grippers built right into the sole. Just flip it and clip it and you're ready to go. Be prepared this winter. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Friday, March 10th, 2023. Today the sun rises at 5:57 a.m. and sets at 5:34 p.m., which means we've gained nearly half an hour of daylight since the first day of March. And the advice of the day from the Farmer's Almanac is that today is a great day to prune any tree limbs that have been damaged by ice and snow because it's beneficial for new growth going into spring.
Something a lot of people will be doing over the weeks ahead.
Yeah.
And don't forget that daylight savings is also this weekend, so spring those clocks forward. Today is also National Pack Your Lunch Day. Whether it's a classic PB&J or a Pinterest-worthy mason jar salad, which apparently is a thing these days, yes. There's something for everyone. And since you make it yourself, it can be the best for your liking. You also save some money when you bring your lunch to work, too.
Right, a lot of money.
All those little $5 or $10 here and there adds up quick.
Definitely, and it's usually more than $5 these days. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right, but I mean... oh man, I lost my thought.
We were talking about those salads.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
kind of cool.
I love those salads because you can layer them, so then when they come out, each layer kind of holds the flavor of each chopped up thing.
Right.
So and they're pretty too. So the aesthetically pleasing aspect is always a good part.
I've seen some people separate them too. Like if you wanted to separate the dressing on top, they put like a layer of plastic over the lettuce and then
or a separate container.
And then mix it all up.
Yeah. Can't be simpler than a PB&J though. That's always perfect. And of course it happens on a Friday, so everybody's burnt out from all their preparatory things. Why can't it be on a Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, well, on this day in Maine history, in 1996, Portland entrepreneur James Finley announced a plan to set up an ocean trading route between Portland and Iceland, exporting hardwood to Iceland and importing frozen cod and lamb in exchange.
On this day in national history in 1971, the U.S. Senate approved an amendment lowering the voting age to 18, and in 1975, eyeglasses for dogs were patented in England.
That's a tough word.
It is. And for birthdays today, we have American actor Chuck Norris, who is still going strong at 83. Actor John Hamm is 52. And singer-songwriter Carrie Underwood is having her 40th birthday today.
Yesterday, I didn't know anybody. Today, I know there were a bunch of celebrity birthdays. It's funny how it works like that. All right, as far as the weather goes, we're going to get into the community calendar in a little bit, but let's check in to see the forecast because there's plenty of good weather for outdoor activities and indoor activities, a little bit of a mix. So here's Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. All right, here we go. The radar and satellite is nice and quiet out there. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, which means a lot of sunshine as well. No advisories in effect, so it's going to be a pretty nice day out there overall. Our area rotation is moving on towards the north and east of that area, low pressure. So the steering mechanisms are changing. We're going to be watching for a little bit of snow that will be moving in. Not till Tuesday, though. Through the weekend, we're good. This right here is going to be passing by to our south, and it will be leaving us alone. So futurecast moving forward for today, a partly cloudy sky overall. Maybe more clouds on the way later on tonight, and as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. And a little bit of wind as well, nothing too ridiculous, mainly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the winds will be relaxed as we do move forward, but increasing a bit as we head towards Saturday afternoon. Your forecast for today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky, and that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, middle 20s, mostly cloudy, more clouds moving in. Northwest wind at about 5 to 15 miles per hour or so. And for tomorrow, upper 30s, maybe some lower 40s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind gusting up again to about 20 miles per hour. And our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. All right, let's get into that community calendar. All right, still to come here this morning, Ryan Sudol will have your sports updates.
Also hear from a special guest about a unique fundraiser this weekend. Don't go away.
It would appear that the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Welcome to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop in Brewer.
And some call me the King.
There are RC trucks, cars, crawlers, and parts aplenty. There are planes, metal detectors, and gear galore. I have decreed that all people can book birthday parties with their RC vehicles provided for all. We have indoor and outdoor tracks and crawling courses available. Bring yourself, your family, and friends to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop, South Main Street, Brewer.
It would appear that the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
Local news weeknights at 10 with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on Fox 22.
Hey everybody, Ryan Soudal here. Thank you so much for joining us. We start in Riot Country, where Orono boys basketball have their first gold ball since 1981. On Tuesday night in Portland, the Red Riots beat Class B South champs Oceanside for the Class B title. It came down to the wire, and it took a last-second shot by Oceanside, rimming out to seal it. As you can see, the squad was over the moon when the clock hit double zeros. Excitement made even stronger via the bond they have with each other.
Doing it with this group of guys is huge. You know, we've been playing together since 5th, 6th, and even younger for some of us, so it's just awesome. You know, they're all such good friends inside basketball, but mostly out of basketball.
These guys, they're my friends. They've been fun to play with for the last 3 years, but we built a special bond, and the chemistry has been built, and we just put it all together.
And even with all their success, Orono is made up of mostly underclassmen. One of the two seniors on the team is forward Ellis Spalding. And he says that the addition to the Riots trophy case comes from their work ethic that went beyond whatever was asked of them.
Everybody all up and down throughout the roster all year, putting in 100% effort every day at practice, every day during games, warm-ups, even out of practice. Like, we had days where we got practice canceled and we'd all go to the rec center at UMaine and, you know, just get shots up, run pickup, you know. It means a lot. This is a special group.
And congrats again to Orono. Now let's go to another local team chasing some gold, fresh off upsetting #1 seed John Baptist in the regional semis. Hamden Academy Hockey played 2-seed Messalonskee in the Class B North Final on Thursday night. The game taking place at the beautiful Jack Kelly Rink at Colby College. First period was marked by great goaltending. Here's Messalonskee's Hunter Haley saving Tucker Leland's shot. And then later on, here's Will Durkee on the charge for Messo. Aaron Donovan makes the save. Nice defense by Keith Brooks and Lucas Dunn, Brooks and Dunn, to prevent the rebound. Scoreless after one. Second period, Andrew Salvadori sends it in from the point. It's poked around at the doorstep. Bryce Crowell pokes it into the net. It's 1-0 Eagles. To the third, Messo on the power play. Denny Martin gets it over to Durkee, and he gets it past Donovan to make it 2-0 Eagles, and that was enough. Messalonskee wins it 3-1, and they are the B North Regional Hockey Champions.
It feels great because we've been going after this all year. It was the main goal from the beginning, especially once we knew that the game was going to be at our home rink. That just made it that much more special for us.
Okay, let's go to some basketball now. Across the river in Brewer, the Witches from Brewer and the Eagles from Ellsworth battled in a great unified matchup on Thursday. Season winding down for these athletes, both squads looking to grab a victory. Second half, Ellsworth is up. Look at this spin move here from Rob de Pretoro. He splashes it home. The long two, and he hit the dab. Ellsworth still. This one goes to Connor Hughes, and he banks it home from the paint. Here's Brewer now. Miranda Westman has it. Waits, and just cashes it in from two. Ellsworth still up, but the Witches fire back late. Jaden Pelkey gets this one from Grady Vanetta-Stein, and the bank is open. Brewer cashes in. And now the Witches down 1 under 2 to play. And Christopher Shore puts his defender on the spin cycle and gets the layup to fall. That gives them the lead, and Brewer wins 66-54. Okay, if you were at the pit for any of the most recent home games for Maine basketball, you know there was something special going on in the students section, with the Maine football team showing out in droves to support their fellow Black Bears and making every home game something memorable. Tyler Cruz has the story.
When you bring 100 college men in the stand, they bring a different energy.
That element, that six-man element, there's no substitute for it.
In the fall, they make their presence felt in between the lines. But now, Maine football has brought their energy over to the pit as Black Bears Hoops #1 fans.
Since we're always on the field, being up there, it was kind of more hype because you really get into the game even though you're not playing. And it reminded me of this football season because it's the same atmosphere, the same energy, the grit.
It felt like we were playing in these games, and we enjoyed. We waited till 7 o'clock till those games could happen because they were just that much enjoyable and that much fun.
I think half the guys on the team legitimately couldn't speak the next morning, especially when we had the back-to-back with Bryant and Binghamton on back-to-back nights at Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, for the rest of the weekend, we're still recovering, honestly, right now.
And when they do converge on Memorial Gym, it turns into what some may call one of the best home court advantages America East has to offer, especially compared to some other schools.
One of the refs said this is the best atmosphere he's been to all year. They're incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the crowd at Albany this weekend, and compared to us, it was honestly pathetic. It made me sad to look and see that was a semifinal America East playoff game, and that's the crowd they had on hand, compared to the quarterfinal when we had this place packed. I mean, we were doing the wave.
On the surface, they may be there to cheer for Maine, but sometimes it gets a little deeper than that, and the competitive instincts just take over.
Obviously, we're going to support our team. Obviously, being loud is supportive enough for them, just causing that chaos. But when you get another player to react to your, whatever it be, chirps or chants or whatever, I think you won mentally.
That's kind of why we're there. We're trying to get into the other team's head so that, Maine can benefit. Once we see, them start chirping back at us, kind of gets us fired up as well.
All in all, what they set out to do is support other Black Bear student athletes. And it's safe to say they do a pretty darn good job at it.
I think we kind of realized how much of an impact we really do have and also how much they really appreciate it, which meant a lot to us.
I mean, it's just supporting our fellow athletes. I mean, they come to our games, we go to their games, just creating a relationship as a whole school throughout the sports department. I feel like that's special.
We can't thank them enough. I mean, their whole team, Coach Stevens and his staff, the support that we've gotten from them and everybody else in the athletic department has been tremendous.
That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
Take your taste buds on a journey and experience the brand new international menu Tuesday through Thursday only at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Every Tuesday, enjoy their delicious French cuisine. On Wednesdays, enjoy their memorable Italian delicacies. And every Thursday, be ready for a fiesta with their Mexican favorites. A full 5-course dinner for just $29.95 per person. And don't forget about their all-you-can-eat seafood Fridays. The Lucerne Inn, beautiful dining with a delicious view.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Welcome back, everyone. We're joined by a very special guest today, Connor Archer. You are the founder of the Courageous Steps Project. You came up with this back when you went to Old Town High School, like 10 years ago, and it just continues to grow. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, Courageous Steps.
So we started this group in 2014 when I was a sophomore in high school. Over the years, it's grown in so many ways. We're celebrating this year our 10th annual walk run this spring. We also have many other events, including our Unified Basketball Festival this weekend. We're very pleased to have it back, featuring 8 local high school teams and participating in just a fun day of basketball.
Yeah. For people that don't know, what does Courageous Steps do? You tried to find ways to help support kids that might have some learning disabilities.
Yeah, and really, providing inclusive opportunities, ensuring that all children have those opportunities, whether no matter your abilities or challenges. We all have different abilities and challenges.
Sure.
So we like to make sure that all of our activities are inclusive and available to schools, community groups, and organizations. And we've started some programs as well directly that have supported families, especially during the pandemic.
You were just talking a little bit ago about one of those is like an early childhood education program.
Yes, and the program was actually where I got my start over 20 years ago. So we brought the team on board, and it's just been a great experience being able to grow the program, and we're excited for what the future brings.
And that's so valuable too. I'm sure you know, as well as anybody, early childhood intervention is so essential, and you're providing it to people in a way that's fun and helps them, have basketball in a fun way.
Yeah, well, it's a foundation, where I got my start, but it doesn't just stop there. It builds, through years of school, and Unified Basketball is another way to provide these opportunities to kids during, in school, and just to provide that fun environment where, the partners of the, with the players are, having a great time as well, and teaching. It teaches the partners as well the value of kindness, teamwork, respect. It's just it's the best thing in sports, as all the athletic directors say.
So tell us about tomorrow's event. It's happening at Orono High School?
Yes, Orono High School. First game's at 9 o'clock. We have 8 games throughout the day. Last will start around 4 o'clock. We have concessions available for the spectators, which is nice. Food's always good. We also have raffles going on. Admission is for the entire day. So if you want to come for all the games, it covers the entire day.
It's like $5 or something like that?
We have, $3 for students, $5 for adults, and then if you have a family, it's $8. So bring everyone out. Bring everyone out for a fun day. Get a few laughs. Cheer the players on. We want to provide this fun atmosphere for everyone.
Yeah. And these are all high school players from throughout the area, so you can kind of root for some of your favorite
Yes,
people.
over 150 players we have coming this weekend, which is exciting. And it's just going to be a great day full of basketball.
Awesome.
And the money is going to go back to some of these schools. I know you've bought school supplies, all kinds of things.
Yes.
That's going to support these programs.
Yes. So we give a portion back to each of the schools, so that way they can grow their programs, and then the rest will go to support our community programs, which do support schools and local community groups for our mission and vision.
What a symbiotic program you have going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Pretty neat. This guy has gone on to get his bachelor's. You've got your master's degree now, and you did it because you had a lot of help too along the way.
Family support, and that all mattered.
Yeah.
And now you're spreading it to everybody else. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to do that every step of the way.
All right. All right, Connor, I know you have another thing coming up. It's like a masquerade ball coming up later on this month. Maybe we can have you back to talk about that one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Definitely.
Good for you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
you.
Yes.
We'll be hearing from you again in the future. Right now, we're going to send it over to Devin for your forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast sponsored by the Mortrude team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Here we go. Wave heights are a little active this morning at around 3 to 7 feet, according towards some of the buoys. We're calm over the Maine area, though, so that is why there's no advisories in effect along our coastline. So we're looking pretty good as we do move forward. And on land, we're pretty quiet out there with hardly a few clouds moving over us. For now, we may have to watch for more clouds that will be developing as the day progresses on. But looking pretty good as we do start things off. The steering mechanism is changing as this thing right here is tracking off towards the north and east. So low pressure is moving away. We're calming down. we're watching this area low pressure right here that's developing across a good part of the U.S. It's actually going to miss us to the south. We will not see any precipitation out of this, but we will see some clouds before we're all finished up, so we will be mostly cloudy as we head through the weekend. But today we'll be fine under a partly cloudy sky in general, so a mixture of clouds and sun will then become mostly cloudy later on tonight, and the clouds will be sticking around as we head towards your Saturday as well. So unfortunately, not a lot of sunshine, maybe a few peaks a bit, but nothing too ridiculous. So weather-wise, as we do move forward, but a few clouds again as we head towards early Sunday morning. So we look ahead towards the next week because that's when our next system looks to move in. That will give us some issues with snow and rain possible with a stronger area low pressure that looks to move in during the day for you Tuesday. So we have time to track this though, but Monday night to Tuesday morning and beyond could be a little bit tricky with the system that will be moving in. Our average high is 38 degrees. We'll reach for the lower 40s today, upper 30s for you Saturday, lower to middle 40s again Sunday into Monday, back in the upper 30s Tuesday and upper 30s again Wednesday and also into your Thursday. And here's that reminder, Sunday morning, so you have a few days to go. You had Sunday morning, you need to turn your clocks ahead as 2 a.m. will become 3 a.m. So here we go. We'll get into that time again. We'll have to spring forward, though. So the daylight will shift in the evening, but unfortunately, we'll lose an hour of sleep in that process. So your forecast for today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky. The north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, middle 20s, mostly cloudy with that northwest wind at about 15 miles per hour or so. By tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. It'll be mostly sunny on Sunday with highs in the mid-40s, lower 40s again on Monday with a mostly cloudy sky. Rain and snow showers again for you Tuesday, highs in the upper 30s.
Here at Garrett's Auto Sales, we believe in fair prices, superior service, and always treating the customer right. We have a fantastic selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, with some priced under $10,000. All our vehicles come with a complimentary 30-day warranty and can be seen at garrettsauto.com. Come see us at Garrett's Auto Sales, where we focus on you, the customer. We're located just 2 miles from the Brewer Walmart on Route 1A. We look forward to meeting you.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, good news is in store for as we spring the clocks forward. Dunkin' and Grubhub are offering free coffee to help out with the 1-hour jump. The offer is available to customers who spend $15 or more on Grubhub between March 12th and March 18th. Available drinks range from a hot cappuccino to an iced latte. Customers can redeem the offer once a day until the promotion ends, and I guess that starts Sunday. So very cool. You have over a week to take advantage of that.
It'd be great for all the Dunkin' junkies around here. And there's a bunch of them around there.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. I get it.
They have
Yeah.
great coffee. Hey, I've been following this story, by the way. You know how we reported a week or so ago about the Aroostook Mall closing because the owner of the building hadn't been paying the bills? Well, since then, some of the people that own shops in that have decided to pay the bills themselves to keep the mall open. They've been paying the electricity and that kind of thing. And then I just read a little while ago that it's being sold to a local developer. So it looks like that mall is going to stay open, which is good news for the people up there, and especially people that had jobs there. So it sounds like the locals are really stepping up to save their local shopping mall, which is tough in this day and age.
Right. That's impressive and very good news. We'll have to have more information on that soon.
Yeah, just thought I'd pass that along. So thought it was interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that's all for us today. We will be back. Are we still... Do we have to stretch?
No, we don't. Let's get out of here. It's Friday.
Yeah.
We've got another story.
We do?
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let me read that. We're ready to get out of here today.
I know.